So in this video we're going to look at how we add coins and collectibles and a score. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click on our stage and we're going to create our first collectible, which is going to be the coin. So right click, insert new object, go down to sprite, click on sprite, and we're going to give it a name of coin in our name area here. Click on insert, click anywhere on the stage, and we'll go into our paint editor and we're just going to create a simple circle with a coiny golden colour as a fill. We'll go to the center there, drag it out, and then we're going to go and add a piece of paintbrush, I suppose, to allow us to have the dollar sign or a symbol to represent a coin. So I'm just going to do a little sign here. And then finally what I'm going to need to do is just crop out the edges that we don't need. So just crop that down and click X. Now we're going to make that a bit smaller because obviously it's bigger than our player, and we're going to drag it to where we want it to be appearing on our game. So just down the bottom so the player can collect it. So now we're going to go and add our score title to our game. So we're going to right click and we're going to insert a new object, and we're going to scroll down to a text field, which is just here, and then we're going to give it the name of score. And then click on insert. Notice when we click on the stage it has text inside it rather than score. So we're just going to move over and then go down to its properties and see where the text is. We're just going to change that to score with a capital S, and then we're going to have a space and then a colon and then a space and 0. So now it looks like a score counter for us. Now what we want to do is we want to add some events to this. So we're going to go to our event sheet. I'm going to scroll up and you see we've got an event, a global variable in there already. We're going to add another one. So go down to global variable and we're just going to give it a name of score. And we're going to set its initial value, or leave its initial value to 0 as it is already, and then click OK. Now we want to make our score have some values, and the only way that that's going to happen is if we add an event to our coin and our player. So we're going to go and add an event, click on player, then we're going to click next, then we move on to on collision with, another object, and then we're going to choose our coin and then click OK. Click done. And now we're going to add an event to that collision. So what we want to do is we want to go on to system, we're going to add to, and we're going to choose our score, and then we're going to add the value of 100 in this instance. You can choose whatever value you want to make your score go up by when you click on or collect a coin, and then click done. Now what we want to do after this is we want to add another action, and this time we're going to add a new event to a system area. We're going to go on to our area, I'm going to go on every tick, and then we're going to choose score, our text area, click next, and then we want to set the text and we want to set our text to equal in between the speech marks. We're going to type in score as we had it in our properties earlier on for the text area. So we type score with a capital S, space, colon, and the space, and then outside the speech marks we're going to add the ampersand sign, and we're going to choose our global variable of score, and then we click done. Now if we run our game, you'll notice that when our player collides with the coin, our score should go up by 100. But obviously once we collect that coin we want to get rid of it, so we're going to need to go back into our event sheet and we need to add another action to our player collision. So we're going to choose to add new action where coin, and then we want to destroy the coin, which is just there, and then click next. Now when we run our game, hopefully, when our player collides with the coin will disappear and the score will increment up by 100. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that this score properly works. So we're going to add a few more coins to our game. So we're going to close the game and we're going to go back to our layout one, and we're going to go on to our project files area, and we can see our asset of coin. We're just going to click and hold and drag that to wherever we want it to appear, and we're going to run the game again. And hopefully when we collide with one coin, there's our 100 points. Now let's go and collide with the next coin, and we can see that the calculation works fine. But notice when we move to the right hand side of the game, the score disappears. So we want to address that issue. So what we do is we're going to close the game, we're going to click on score, and this time we're going to cut the score from off of our game stage area. And over here we have the layers. And now what we want to do is we want to put the score on its own layer. So what we do is we right click in the layers area, and we're going to go layer on top, and then we're going to paste our score in here, but let's make sure we name it first. So it's got score, and click on the layer, make sure it's selected, and then we're going to right click and we're going to paste this score back in that we just cut out, and we just drag it into position where we want it. And then what we will do when we rerun the game, just make sure that it's visible. Yep, it's still working fine, but obviously as you can see it's still scrolling off to the left, and we want to sort that out. So we're going to close the game, we're going to go and make sure we're clicked on our right layer, and we go up to where it says parallax, and we're going to set our parallax to 0, 0, and this just means that it's not going to move. So when we play our game now, and we collect our coin, and then we move over and collect the next coin and move to the right, notice the score now stays the same. So just to prove this, I'm going to get my checkpoint, jump right off the screen, and it reappears where I need